What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Unboxing the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Bianconi. If you would, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below. That would be greatly appreciated. If you could also go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I put out a new video, that would be appreciated as well. So today we're going to open up a new compilation from the band Judas Priest. It's called Reflections, and it's in celebration of 50 years of heavy metal. This was released, what would be this past Friday, October 15th. And what this set basically is a compilation of a lot of the things that are on this big giant, I think it's like a 42 CD box set they just released that encompasses their entire career, all their albums, and then like with several handfuls of live CDs and stuff like that. So this is just a very small 16-track version of that is a compilation of things from that box set. So and it's not just hits. I mean, I really think the only major hits on the album for the band are Electric Eye, The Hellion, and Green Man Alishi. And The Ripper, I guess. But everything else are pretty much deep album tracks. Stuff from Painkiller, I think Sin After Sin, British Steel, whatever, but not your typical track that you would hear on a normal like greatest hits compilation or something like that. So it's really cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Ooh. Check this thing out. Looks even a little bit different than it did on the Amazon page. Now, if you can see the front here, it's just got the, I don't really know what you call that. I don't know, I call it Judas Priest version of a cross, but I'm not really sure, what that is. I don't know if that's the 3-prong crown or something like that from the Green Man Alishi. Maybe it is. Or 2-prong crown. Never mind. I have no idea what that is. Maybe somebody can enlighten me in the comments. But I know on the Amazon version, it had this, obviously the symbol in the middle, and then the Judas Priest logo that runs along the front of the album was more in that same like brownish color. But in here, it's just embossed in black on there. So I don't know if you can really see that from here. Maybe we will once we take it out of the shrink wrap. And then on the back, it just talks about at the top here, legacies and reflections, and then of course has the track listing on the back. So very cool. Let's see if it says anything special. Defending the faith, blah blah blah. We might edit this part out. All right. And let's see, on the sticker it just says over 50 years traveling around the planet. Enjoy the ride here again and again. Judas Priest, 16 tracks expanding the band's career, including 7 previously unreleased live cuts. And it's on 180 gram red vinyl, so that should be pretty cool when we take a look at that. So let's go ahead and pull this bad boy out of the shrink wrap. So, like I said, this looks like this is really just a compilation of things from the massive 42 CD box set they just released. Now, would I love to have that box set? Sure. But I don't have the $300 or $400 or whatever it costs to actually get a hold of that thing. Plus, I have all the actual albums. I have all their studio albums in digital format, several in vinyl format. And I just don't necessarily, I do have some CD box sets and stuff, but for that kind of money, I guess I just really didn't want that many. I don't need 42 CDs. That's just me. And especially considering most of the stuff in that set is live stuff. They're kind of doing what Metallica does. Every time Metallica reissues something, they put a bunch of live stuff in there, like every damn show from the tour, almost. But, Priest put a bunch of, different live stuff in there, which is really cool. And it's different eras, different years, different tours and stuff. So that's cool as well. I'm not saying I wouldn't mind having it in a digital format or maybe being able to listen to it, but I think really what it boils down to for me is I just don't have $300 or $400 right now to spend on a box set. So I decided to go with this instead because I'm more of a vinyl junkie than I am a CD. So here we are. So here again is the front cover of Judas Priest Reflections. And then of course the back here with again the track listing and some forewords or something like that at the top here. So let's see what we're dealing with on the inside. All right, this is really cool. So if we open it up, you get lots of pictures of, Judas Priest live through the years. All the members, looks more like, I haven't looked at it that closely, but I can see all the main, members of like the Painkiller, Angel of Retribution lineup and stuff. I don't know if like Richie Faulkner or, anybody current is in here. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, there's Richie Faulkner right there. So that's really cool. So they do try to bring it, somewhat current. And there actually is a song on the record from their last album, Firepower. So that's really cool. All right, so let's open this thing up and see what's in here. All right, so here's the inner sleeve. As you can see, you can already see the red vinyl kind of poking out of the top. So let's go ahead and pull this thing out. Oh, okay. Pulls everything out. All right, so here is this fancy 180 gram red vinyl. And if you look in the center there, you can see the sticker in the middle with just black with the Judas Priest logo. That's pretty cool with the track listing for this side. Same thing on the other side. But that's really cool, man. I really like what they do with vinyl these days. I mean, I know they've always done it, but it just seems like just about every album you get now has something like this in it. And instead of boring everybody trying to put that back together, I'm just going to put that down here for now. I imagine the other record looks the same. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here. Okay. It does give you a card to go and download the album, which is really cool because I think I said on one of my last shows when I did the KK's Priest album that it feels like the record labels have gotten away from putting the download cards and everything in there. And I know on some older material, sometimes the licensing and the publishing and all that, the deals aren't exactly there for them to just be able to give away, any form of the music. But, even new albums and stuff, I have been noticing that there have been less download cards and everything given out. Now with KK's Priest, that was kind of cool, and I'm pointing because it's down there. I don't even know if you can see it. That was kind of cool because instead of the MP3s, they actually gave you a CD of the album too. That was kind of neat. But this one, they do give you the download card for the MP3s, so that's really cool. So we'll go out and get that here at some point. See if I can get that set up somewhere where it's looks suitable. All right, so there we go. There's Judas Priest Reflections. Now again, nothing, too overwhelming on the inside. I mean, the pictures of the band and everything are really cool. I mean, the cover art and everything is really cool. It's a very well put together compilation, packaging and everything. The red vinyl is really cool. However, there's nothing really on the inside. I was hoping there might have been like a booklet or something on the inside that we could flip through. Nothing like that in here. So, maybe a little underwhelming, once we opened up the record. Once you got past the fancy red vinyl, there really wasn't much to offer. But let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. I have listened to it. And I mean, to be fair, the first 6 songs are all studio tracks from, from various albums. So it's not like we haven't heard all those before. But they all sounded really, really nice, really clean, nice, I would imagine remastered again. As all bands tend to do these days, let's remaster everything 30 times. But it starts off with Let Us Pray, / Call for the Priest from Sin After Sin. Cool tune. And then it goes into a track from British Steel, but again, not your typical, best of Living After Midnight, breaking the law type, British Steel stuff. It actually goes into a track called You Don't Have to Be, what is it? You Don't Have to Be Old to Be Wise. Sorry, I didn't write it down completely on here. Really cool tune. Again, more of a deep catalog tune, which is cool. Then it goes into Fever from Screaming for Vengeance. Once again, it's not You Got Another Thing Coming. It's not the title track. It's not the Hellion and Electric Eye. Of course, we'll get to that a little later. Then you have Eat Me Alive from Defenders of the Faith. That is a pretty well-known song. So maybe they, didn't reach as far back from Defenders, as they did some of the other albums, but still a cool tune. All Guns Blazing, which is just a blistering metal track from Painkiller. Every track on Painkiller is blistering metal. I mean, that is just an amazing record, in my opinion, the best Priest record there is. But again, it's not Painkiller, it's not A Touch of Evil, it's not Leather Rebel, All Guns Blazing, pretty well-known song amongst the Judas Priest fans or whatever, but still, a nice deeper track instead of just putting the obvious, hits from the album on here. And then they go right to the last album, Firepower, from, 2-3 years ago. Never the Heroes, which is a really cool, deeper album track other than the title track and Lightning Strikes or whatever. Another cool track from Firepower. And then the second side, the second half of the album appears to be, live tracks from different... Again, I feel like this is a compilation, a shorter, much shorter version, or a compilation from stuff pulled from, what's in that massive box set. And there's different live tracks from different eras and different tours on here. So, I mean, you got Green Man Alishi from 1981. You've got Hellion and Electric Eye from 1986. And again, that's probably the most well-known song on the entire record as far as maybe non-hardcore Judas Priest fans. Sinner from the 1988 tour. You've got The Ripper from the 1991 Painkiller tour. You've also got, Victim of Changes, Bloodstone, Beyond the Realms of Death, Dissident Aggressor. I mean, just so many tracks on here. I mean, it's 16 just awesome tracks. Cool compilation. Again, not just filled with your typical hits and things. It's got some different stuff on there, which I think is kind of cool. Kind of reminiscent of, like when you think of a band like Aerosmith, like their greatest hits album. Like, I hate their greatest hits album because it's edited, whittled down single versions of the tracks or whatever that really just don't give the full power of the album. But then they put out another compilation. I think it was their management that did it. But later on, another compilation called Gems came out in 1988 that I thought, was just like, it was deeper album tracks. It wasn't the hits. Known songs, but not the hits. Definitely, digging a little deeper in the catalog. And I actually find that compilation to be far superior to the greatest hits. Maybe I'll feel the same about this. I definitely want to put this on the turntable and crank it up, which I'll do here in just a little bit. Also going to go out and get the digital downloads. But, again, Judas Priest, Reflections. It's, 50 heavy metal years of music is what it says at the bottom there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the box set, has a similar title, if it's not the same title. I'm not 100% sure. If I'm wrong, I'll put a correction at the bottom. But that's all I've got for you today. Again, if you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, it'd be greatly appreciated. Go ahead and hit that notification bell as well. I've got some other things out there. I've got the rest of my Unboxing the Vinyl series, which also includes Judas Priest offshoot KK's Priest that I just did a week or two ago. I've got some other things coming down the pike. There's a pretty big Whitesnake box set and re-release that's coming out in a couple weeks. Amazon says I should have that on the day of release, so hopefully we'll get that out pretty timely. I've also got my Inside the Vinyl series, which includes Lost Classics and live albums. I've got some live footage out there from some various festivals, Exit 111, Welcome to Rockville, Kiss concert, whatever. Hopefully there's more coming down the pipe with that soon. And just recently added, if you're into disc golf, I've got several disc golf videos starring some very mediocre players, myself included, including the first 2 new videos we've added in over a year. So check those out. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button, and we will see you next time. Peace out.